selling some bad dreams.
Hey, Michaela Jenke here.
Hey there, this is Don Ross.
It's Cam from Pumpometer here.
Hi, it's Jacob here.
George Harris from Raven
That's Tom from Lost Woods.
Hi, this is New Regulars.
Hey, this is Fletcher Pillard, and you're listening to The Gig with Hannah.
Yes, you are. Welcome, guys. How's this weather, hey? It's like raining, you know, Geelong lost to Sydney last night, and I think, you know, the last couple of days have been a bit meh with this weather and the footy. We need to pick it up, so I've got the perfect show for you ready today. First hour, I love the ocean, alright? I'm sure you do as well. It's just so beautiful. Problem is, it's in a bit of trouble at the moment with BP wanting to drill for some oil. So we're going to be chatting to some guys that know a lot about that. There's an ocean defence tour on tomorrow at Fowler's in the city. So we'll be chatting to some bands that are going to be playing at that to raise awareness. And I reckon we'll start things off by taking it back to a summer a couple of years ago. Let's go back to the summer of 69. You're on The Gig.
I got my first real six-string.
Bryan Adams, summer of 69. You know, I reckon when he wrote that song, he must have only been about 8 or 9 years old. So, I don't know. Anyway, so we've got a bit of an ocean theme going in this first hour of the show. Last week was just one of the most amazing moments of my life because we interviewed like a guitar legend called Andy McKee, and we were like on Skype video with him, and he wanted to play us some songs, and I wasn't going to say no, so I let him do his thing. One of the songs he played us was called Into the Ocean. I thought that's pretty relevant to today's show, so you can hear that now. How amazing. That's Andy McKee playing Into the Ocean just for us on his harp guitar. I've been going on about this ocean defence tour that's happening tomorrow at Fowler's. One of the bands that is playing there, I caught up with them. That's coming up next. Brothers Grimm. Here they are with Nowhere Boy. Really excited to be chatting with you guys. Can we all just go through, say hi, introduce yourselves?
G'day, I'm Chris.
Howdy, I'm Adam.
And Alec.
I'm Tony.
Awesome. So I googled Brothers Grimm, and it actually first up came up with 2 German philosophers. Is this where you guys got your name from, or if not, where did
it actually is.
It actually is, no way.
Yeah, they're the guys that wrote all the like fairy tales and stuff.
So you thought we'll do that?
Yeah, well there's a movie with like Matt Damon and Heath Ledger in it, and yeah, I was quite fond of it.
Yeah.
Just a name that sort of carried on from an acoustic duo that we used to be in.
So what sound would you like? How would you describe the sound that you guys produce?
Oh, Grim? No, we just have a bit of fun. Started a bit, like, you know, because this was the acoustic duo and it's had to progress to a band. We've been a band about 2 years now, so kind of just bouncing off of ourselves for a while.
Yeah, it's a pretty diverse sound because we all have pretty different influences, but it's pretty rocky, real punchy.
So who, like, individually, who are your influences, and how, like, does this sometimes, not maybe clash, but bring different ideas in?
I got a bit of a punk sort of influence, so I don't mind getting sort of a bit fast with it, plucking the bass I'm talking about. Yeah. But, then joining in with the others, chilling out. But
my influences range anything from the 90s, so anything from Hanson to Nirvana.
Sweet. Alright. So what Adelaide bands might be influencing this?
Yeah, we know the Lizards. Our bass player actually recently played a show with them down in Melbourne.
Okay. Oh, sweet. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, it was a good time, good bunch of mates, and yeah.
I read this first gig that you guys kind of played together as a band. It was like impromptu and spontaneous. Can you tell me about this one?
Oh, it was a mate from was in another band with us at the time, and it was his birthday.
Yeah.
And we'd just sort of formed and all excited about it. I mean, he asked us if we wanted to play, and we thought, oh, yeah, that'd be cool, you know, just kind of pulled it together.
Yeah, we only had about 3.5 songs. It's pretty rough, but yeah, it was fun.
3.5 songs. Hey, it looked like you had an insane gig last month at the Jive.
Yeah, we did have a really good gig at Jive. That was supporting our Love Cream with their last show before they've now moved on to bigger and better things. It was, pretty nuts.
We've actually got the best video of Tony on our page of that gig ever. Yeah, you should check it out. It's him shirtless, headbanging a cymbal on stage with Love Cream, so.
Alright, everyone check that out.
If anyone found my T-shirt as well, I'd like to know. It was his favourite of mine.
It's probably on eBay being sold for thousands.
Yeah.
Obviously,
we can only hope.
The Jive would be a really good venue to play at. What are your other favourite venues to play at in Adelaide?
Oh, Rocket was always pretty fun.
Rocket's good.
J-Bar?
Yeah, J-Bar has been like really good gigs actually.
We do have a good time in the Worldview Beer Garden, even the produced beer garden. Only way they'll really put up with us, I suppose.
Anyway, you don't get kicked out.
Give you a few extra drinks, make the night a little extra fun for us when we're done.
No worries. So your EP, it's got 5 tracks. Which one is the best to play live out of these? What one do you really get into and the crowd gets into?
What's favourite child?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The stomp's always pretty fun. It's real punchy and just,
That's
straight up in your face.
Yeah, that's the song that stayed in every set as well, would be the stomp. So,
Yeah.
Probably.
Speaking of playing live, you've got a gig coming up this Sunday at Fowler's, the Sesh'n. Tell me about this. Everyone needs to get down to it.
Oh yeah, supporting a great cause.
Yeah.
Give us some. Yeah, it's gonna be. It should be pretty fun. There's some awesome people on the lineup.
And we've never played Fowler's before, so hopefully we get a good experience. But it's somewhere we've always wanted to play.
I think we could put off a bit of an event. It's not like just bands. You know, there's some chatting in between from some of the crew, and I don't know if they're going to be doing an auction this time, but last time I went down, they had to have an auction. And
yeah, they do.
They've
got an auction in between MCs actually.
A tofurkey barbecue.
Yeah, tofurkey barbie.
I only eat vegetarian cows. No?
Yeah, what more could you want? So you mentioned Sesh'n. It's obviously a cause you guys all support a lot.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't even eat fish.
I watched about. They had a doco on Animal Planet. I actually watched about 2 hours of it today, and I just realised how hectic the stuff is they actually do, and how it's really, they go out of their way to do everything for whales. So it's awesome.
I know, save the whales, hey. Do you guys have any pre-show traditions you do for good luck before you get on the stage and smash it?
We like to have a few drinks.
Yeah, I suppose red wine for sure.
Super classy.
Spoons, maybe a stretch.
Yeah.
Getting pretty windy.
I do 30 minutes of cardio.
With right hand.
Yeah, with my right.
What, the gigs just
We've got the after tradition, like the pizza down the Australian Pizza House, something like that.
Tony eats food himself.
Yeah.
Bit of dangerous mushroom.
Yeah. The Aussie Pizza House is a good one in the city.
No worries. Thanks so much for the shout, Calvin. If you like what you heard, make sure you get down to Fowler's tomorrow. It is going to be an awesome day. Come say hi. Fletch Pillin there. His cover of The Ocean. Can we sign a pension or something to get Fletch to Adelaide? He's been everywhere but Adelaide, and I'm like, mate, you've got to get down here. So we've had a bit of a nice acoustic morning so far, and it's raining. It's getting the mood right. But I thought I'm going to give you guys some thrash now. Here's an Adelaide band, Stork. They've just released their latest single, No Waves, No Babes. It is awesome. You're going to want to turn this one up. You're on the gig. Here's Stork. No waves, no babes. Such an upbeat song about such a tragedy, eh? Now, I guarantee you we're hearing so much more from those guys. While we're on the topic of new songs and releases, last week I played a song from my guitar teacher's Cam's band, Pumpometer. I've got another one from Pumpometer, play for you now. Here they are with Beach. We're keeping on the topic well, aren't we? Bit of funk, I reckon. You're on the gig with Hannah. Pumpometer there with Beach. Go check them out on Facebook so you can, find out when you can, hear that good stuff live. Speaking of being live and stuff, there's a gig next tomorrow. Got a really blonde today. Tomorrow at Fowler's for Sesh'n and raising awareness for the BP drilling for oil in the Great Australian Bight. And I was still really confused about this, so I asked a pirate, mate, my hearty, can you please explain to me what is going on? That's up next. He's living in with All Torn Down. It's about ripping down the forest and putting up cities. Probably not the best thing we should be doing. You're on the gig with Hannah. Hope you're having an awesome morning. All day's coming up after 10. Counting Crows covering Ooh La La there. So I've been hearing so much about all these things that are going wrong in the ocean. I thought, I need to know what's happening. So I contacted this guy who's a pirate and also in a band. Great combination, I know. And I was like, man, what do we do about this? What can we do? What's happening? So bless him, at 4 a.m, he sent me this statement. He is such a legend, and I am so humbled that he's done this just for me and that I can share it with you to, get the word out there. Now, he might be a bit, obviously, he's one-eyed about this. One-eyed, get it? Because he's a pirate. And you might not necessarily agree with everything he's saying, but all I want you to take out of this is that he's addressing a really serious topic here, and we should all do something about it. Anyway, here we go.
Ahoy, shipmates. This is Captain Hellfire, your friendly neighborhood pirate, and lead singer of local pirate band Captain Hellfire and the Wretched Brethren. Now I'm here to tell you a thing or two about Sea Shepherd, and also about the nefarious activities that BP are planning in our own backyard, right here in South Australia. Now I know what you might be thinking. Seems a mighty queer thing to be arsking a buccaneer to explain to you what a petroleum giant like BP is up to. But as a pirate, I know a devious scheme when I sees one, and they don't get much more devious than this. Now if you're yet to hear the tale, these multinational buggers seek to sail into our waters and go drilling for oil. Seems like a reasonable enough idea, says you. Surely we'll make a pretty penny from letting them in to suck that black gold straight from the ocean floor. What seems to be the problem with that? Plenty, says I. You see, these stumped-winged whifflers wish to drill in the Great Australian Bight, home to all manner of sea creatures, great and small, and littered with coastal towns with thousands of honest citizens who rely on the ocean for their livelihood and the beaches for tourism. Aye, so why so much talk of the area and the locals, you ask? Ain't them regular folk in a prime position to reap the many benefits of this proposed scheme? Well, the answer, unfortunately, is no. Overall, the communities close to the proposed well and South Australians at large look to benefit in very few ways. Aye, but we still run all the risk if something goes wrong. The jobs created by this venture would be barely a handful, with most of the operations being run by machines and international experts flown in to work on a rig made overseas. And even in the exploration period, which can take years to over a decade, right in the middle of a marine sanctuary for southern right whales, little to no tax dollars will find their way into our pockets. Likely the lubbers will rely on subsidies to keep the work going at all. So years down the track from now, after fronting their bills, we're looking to start scraping off a small percentage of the billions of dollars of profit that BP will earn from pillaging underneath the seafloor, right on our doorstep. Now if things go south with this rig, it's not only the people that live in the Great Australian Bight and South Australia that will be affected. If there is an oil spill, there will be incredible damage to almost the whole southern half of Australia. South Australia would bear the brunt of the disaster, but Western Australia and Victoria would be affected too. Projections show even Tasmania may be hit by oil, and fisheries will be forced to close in the Bight, Bass Strait, and the Tasman Sea. But what's all the worry about, Captain? Surely a company as big as BP can be trusted to do their jobs, and not take any unnecessary risks that might make such a nightmare come to life in our port. Well, you tell that to the millions of people affected by the 2010 explosion on the Deepwater Horizon rig, and the ensuing oil spill that destroyed the marine life and industry in the Gulf of Mexico. Run by BP, the Deepwater Horizon was drilling at a similar depth as the proposed rig in the Bight, and seas calmer than the ones that thrash against the shore there. And through a series of dangerous and criminal decisions, steered by their own insatiable greed, BP managed to engineer the destruction of a whole ecosystem, and take away the livelihoods of anyone that relied on the sea to sustain themselves. They cut back on all safety recommendations during the well production by insane amounts. The dunderheads even cancelled checking whether the cement work on repairs was completed correctly, and that was on the morning of the explosion. Saved him a handy $120,000, so who needs safety checks? And then they had a party, celebrating 7 years without an accident. A few hours later, the whole rig exploded into flames. There was panic, severe injuries, and 11 souls were never heard from again, claimed by the flames in the sea. And then, an even more complete devastation began. The thick, black sludge began to rise from the depths. A hideous tide brought forth from the bowels of the ocean that would not be stopped for 5 months. An estimated 82,000 birds, 6,165 sea turtles, and up to 25,000 marine mammals. They were killed or harmed by the oil slick. An unknowable number of fish, crabs, oysters, corals, and other sea life are also marked by the black spot. And then, after 5 years, the case dragged through the courts, and finally BP was forced to pay back $20.8 billion to atone for what they'd done. Over 20 billion doubloons. You need a whole bunch of Spanish galleons to hold that amount of coin across the seas, mateys. But you see, the big scam is this. Of the $20.8 billion that they're required to pay, $15.3 billion of that they can claim as a tax write-off. Just filed under the ordinary expenses of running a business. Aye, it makes the blood boil, it does. So the people that live along the Gulf of Mexico, aye, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida, they're waiting 5 years for the trial to finish and having their marine and tourist economy ruined, costing untold jobs and the complete devastation of their local marine life. They can now look forward to their tax dollars going straight back into the pockets of BP. And now they want to risk the same thing on our shores. And the thieving cowards have been extremely cagey with how they're going about the application to drill business. Why, until Sea Shepherd did their best to start raising awareness, few souls in the local community even knew a thing about it at all. BP produced an impact study of a possible spill, and then they wouldn't even release it to the public, forcing a third party to do their own study and tell us what was at stake. And to be honest, why in the bloomin' hell are we considering this when instead we should be looking into sustainable and ecologically safer forms of energy? Why not do what we pirates have been doing for hundreds of years and use the wind and the sun for their power, instead of propping up energy industries that are environmentally dangerous or deadly if or when they catastrophically fail? Why not spend that money setting the science-minded men and women of the world to finding better ways? The world is being destroyed by our habits, and we can no longer afford to let giant piles of gold stand in the way of change for the better. All the money in the world won't be worth a damn thing when there ain't no earth left to spend it on. So now you're thinking to yourself, what is it that I can do to lend a hand towards this worthy cause? How can a humble individual like myself send the message to the powers that be that we don't want them to play dice with our homes and marine life on the line? There's a myriad of ways, mates. Aye, you can send your local member of parliament a letter expressing your concerns. Be sure to sign any related petitions and share them with any soul that you can. Make a donation to Sea Shepherd Australia or come along to the Ocean Defence Tour at Fowler's Live on September 25th. There you can see me and me band, Captain Hellfire and the Wretched Brethren, play amongst other local entertaining acts. All the money raised goes straight towards getting Sea Shepherd out on the seas, and to informing good people like yourselves what is going on. Be sure to keep updated with Sea Shepherd on Facebook for future fundraising events. Aye, mateys, you don't have to be a hero or jump into a ship to harass BP directly. Just send a few doubloons to Sea Shepherd, and they'll do most of the work for you. Don't feel like it's something that someone else should stand up and fight for. Why, we're just a bunch of mad pirates in a band, more inclined to sing, dance, and drink rum than to be outspoken on politics. The time for change is now, shipmates, and change needs the voices of the many to speak up and become one. Raise your glasses and reach into your pockets, for the ocean is me hearties.
Just heard Captain Hellfire before. The Great Australian Bite.